Welcome back everybody, Kai Swans here with another episode of Football Manager 2017 with Carmarthen Town. And since turning professional, there's been a lot happening this pre-season. I've done loads of work, not so much the transfers. We'll have a quick look at the transfers now. Here we are, only 4 players in, 2 of which you already knew about. Jordan Jones, a central midfielder, a brilliant, well-rounded player. If you look at just all his attributes, let's go in central midfielder. He's okay, heading aside, maybe defensively not the best, I'll give him that, but some amazing attributes off the ball: flair, work rate, technique, first touch, anticipation, really good sort of playmaker, which is his ideal role. He won't be playing that, he'll be playing a central midfielder for me, but he will do one hell of a job. And at only 21 years old, he's got a decent future ahead of him. Plus he tore us apart in the game last season, and we've also signed Rob Trick, the left winger. Looks decent, doesn't my assistant manager doesn't rate him too highly, but I do. I think he's got some real potential to do something brilliant in the future if he improves. We also brought in Daniel Gorlai, Hungarian goalkeeper, equally good. If we compare him to compare with, what's happened to my frames? Carmarthen Town, Liedzi. If we compare him to Liedzi, they're very similar in terms of quality. Here we are, very equal players. He's got a bit more determination, a bit physically better, and Halle Brown maybe is slightly better at one-on-ones. But yeah, really good backup goalkeeper. I think he's replaced Liedzi in the side anyway. They're both on pretty high wages. But the final transfer, and the biggest, if we have a quick look at that, is Jack Simpson, left back from Hungerford. And look at his wages, 2.3k a week. But he's an amazing left back. Hopefully he'll be amazing for seasons to come. If we have a quick look at our squad actually and sort it in terms of wages, look at that jump, 2.5k down to 600. And then but bigger transfers yet, in my opinion, I'm all over the shop, sorry, is the staff. Well, that's terrible. Okay, the staff incoming, here we are. A whole new set of staff. If we go down below Wes Parker, essentially, these guys are all new. We've got a new chief scout who looks pretty decent. These were all done sort of midway through last season. That's my assistant manager at the moment, Wes Parker. Jeff Galloway's under-19s manager. He's currently about to leave though to go manage somewhere else, unfortunately. Tom Clark is under 19s, but this is where we start. Mzana, Spanish scout, gives us knowledge of Spain. He's not the best, in fact he's a terrible scout, but that's not the point. A goalkeeping coach, Harman, he's actually decent. Haman is German, decent goalkeeping coach, gives us knowledge of Germany. Labakins is Greek, never scout, really rubbish scout, but gives us knowledge of Greece. This guy, Croatian, is actually a decent coach. I'm not too displeased with having him at the side. Ex-international for Croatia, so nice bit of international experience. Played for Rangers and Monaco during his career, so had a pretty good career. Craig Schofield, English physio. He's just there because he's a good physio. Italian under-19 physio, gives us knowledge of Italy, and McCulloch is a data analyst, Scottish, more because we couldn't get a data analyst from any other nationality. I did try. So this also, want to go all transfers, we signed 2 players at the end of last season. Thierry Aldi is an all-round defender, but I didn't get him for his defensive ability. He's useful, he's not too old, so he could still do something, but you'll notice from his wage he must be on something else, and he is. He is my director of football, replaced the outgoing director of football, and this guy has a lot of knowledge. You can see Italy, France, a couple of relatively unknown places are all covered by his knowledge, so really useful to have him at the club. £500 a week is nothing when you've got 4 million sat in the bank, and I really want to just improve the club's reputation in the world. And this guy has done the same. Dutch right back, again he's on huge wage, 300 a week, and it's clearly not for his ability. He doesn't look that good, in fact he's very slow, but he can play as right midfielder, so he'll be a nice bit of cover. But he is actually a coach, and he's a decent coach at that, decent defensive attributes. His discipline isn't the best, his man management isn't the best, but overall I'm not too displeased, and our staff isn't actually the best everywhere. We've got amazing staff at the moment, and our youth teams and so on. We have a quick look at the coaches doing training. It looks pretty good. Maynard is simply providing cover for others, that's his role at the moment, and we've got a pretty decent range. I'm actually going to drop him here. Just done that so that we don't have heavy training anyway. Makes it work better. And Calvin Maynard isn't really the best at coaches. I've got an amazing shooting coach there. So yeah, you can see our worst coach is actually me at the moment, but that's because I'm split over 2 jobs unlike everybody else, and I'm the only fitness coach at the club. As you remember, my fitness is set pretty high. If we go to my profile, I got 17 fitness, technical 12, mental 11, so some good fitness coaching attributes, and I'm pretty pleased with myself. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the training. We've got amazing squad staff at the moment, and our squad looks pretty good if we sort it in terms of positions. In fact, it's easier if I go on team report, squad depth. If we have a look throughout the squad, we've now got 2 amazing goalkeepers. Goalkeeper so strong in that, even if we have an injury, and Leedsy is third choice. Leedsy is already one of the better keepers in the league, and then we've got these 2 are just godlike. Dylan Reese, first choice right back, really strong player for years to come, hopefully. He's fast, he's got decent mentals, decent physicals. His crossing leaves something to be desired, but aside from that, pretty good player. Not too displeased with him. Hopefully he'll kick on and be good. 2 centre backs, Sean Perry, Ryan Leake. Jack Simpson can actually play there, but is clearly a left back. We've also got Agent Barnes, a couple of others. We've got decent depth in centre back, maybe not a standout performer like at right back and left back. Left back we've got Jack Simpson on a huge wage. I actually kind of regret signing him just because I think he doesn't deserve his wage. Nobody deserves that compared to the rest of the squad. But we need to kick on, and I'm just fed up with Kane Owen, to be honest, who's moved to second choice, and we've also got Callum Roberts, who I won't be giving a contract, I don't think. I'll show you what this season goes like, but he might well be leaving at the end of the season, which will be a bit sad. I saw him as a long-term Kane Owen replacement, but we'll see how this season goes to decide on that. Right midfield, we currently only have Josh Knight and Pearson, with Kelvin Maynard being the third choice. Josh Knight clearly first choice right midfield at the moment. Really good, well-rounded attributes. I like well-roundedness. His passing isn't the best, but aside from that, he's got some really good attributes, and also he's a bit aggressive, hard-working, can do a defensive shift. Midfield duo is clearly Jack Coates, a defensive midfielder, and Jordan James, who I've shown previously. Jack Coates fast, not the strongest, but decent tackling, heading not amazing, but not hard working, unfortunately, but offers a good cover for Jordan Jones. I think they'll be a good duo together. And Charlie Edge on left, really good left winger. Pleased with him. Not amazing, but not bad in any way. You can see he has most of the attributes necessary. Defensively, not as good as Josh Knight on the other side, but better, say, at crossing, bit faster, so I quite like him. And then the front 2 is hard to pick, to be honest. I got Aiden Smith as a definite starter, as the more poacher advanced forward role, with his high finishing, high composure and decent acceleration. He'll just be there to tap the balls in. And I've got a choice between Bishop Wisdom and Lemony at the moment as a second choice striker who plays alongside him, and today we will see that Bishop Wisdom gets that spot. There we go. And the rest of the side is, as I actually explained it a few seconds ago. We've also got a pretty strong bench, Bellamy, Lemony, etc, etc. Pretty strong team, and we're playing against Hapoel Beersheva, even their Israeli side, 3-star reputation, but fortunately they don't have many players due to being only Israeli, and I don't really have the Israeli league loaded. If we have a quick look, squad depth, I scouted them, I believe. There we go. So current attributes compared to ours, the players they do have are far superior. You can see, look at this guy, amazing midfielder. They've got some really good players. Hopefully we'll be able to do something, and yeah, I'll continue. They're playing a 3-5-2. This is a formation actually that I think it was who played it? Sheriff played against us in the first leg, and it was a boring game, 0-0, nothing happened. So hopefully we can kick on and do something slightly better here. Yeah. First highlight of the game is going, what am I going to call them? I'm going to call them Hapoel's way. And they're playing it nicely through the centre, out to Jovanovic. Tabridzi gets a lovely ball in. Jovanovic even headers it over from close range. The good thing about this squad is, because I did a couple of transfers in January, this is why I like to do big transfers in January, is it gives them half a season to... Oh, Reese with a lovely ball forward. Wisdom picks out Smith. Aiden Smith, can he get a good attack going? Back to Jones. Jordan Jones. Coates out to Knight. Knight in an advanced position, passes back to Reese, to Coates, into Jones. Nice passing here. We're keeping the ball well in the centre of the park. Can we launch an attack from this, though, is the big question. Reese, forward to Wisdom. Wisdom, can you get a ball in? Smith. Smith scores. Yes! 1-0 up, and amazing really. Let's watch it in 3D. Here we see the nice possession football we had, and then Reese just does a lovely ball over the defence. Bishop Wisdom picks it up, pass it into Smith, who, as I said, the poacher is just there to tap it in. I've made one change. Absolutely nothing's happened since the last highlight. I've made one change. Curtis March on for Jordan Jones. We've got about 15 minutes left. If we hold on to a 1-0 win, that's huge. Absolutely huge. 12 minutes left now. If we can do this, it'd be, yeah, amazing. and it looks like we've managed it. 92nd minute, we pump a free kick in. Quartes, oh, they've got one last chance here. Oh, they whistle full time. Yes, 1-0 Parker Scarlets. We beat Irish team Hapoel. Yeah, really good result. I'm pleased with that. Hopefully we can make it to the third round again. Which means money, and it also means even if we lose the third round, we go into the Europa League again, into the, not the actual group stage, but into the playoffs. So yeah, that's quite good. See you for the second game. Amazingly, we actually made more money from that than we did against Copenhagen last season. 160k. What was the stadium attendance like? 6,700. That's pretty amazing to fit in Parker Scarlets. What is the attendance again? I checked this. Nearly 15,000. So nearly half full, not quite. But we're getting there, and that's a lot of money in the bank. Finances. Let's have a quick look. As you can see, we currently made a 1.5 million loss this season, but that's from here ground maintenance, new youth facilities, and training facilities, which is good for us, of course. But yeah, they're a good bit of money. We've also done, as last season I did Cup 1 and Cup 2, where we got a lot of money. This season we got 52k. Oh, that includes last season. So this season we got 22k off both of them, which is pretty nice. A bit of cash monies from the gate receipts, etc., etc. Nice bit of cash. Here we go. Nearly 3,000 attendance in all 4 games is good for us, and then a couple of easier friendlies which I wanted to win. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to win the second one, but a draw. Luckily, it was a reserve side, so it didn't really affect morale too much. And we're back for the second game of the episode. Same team, identical to last time. I don't think anything's changed per se in the squad. We've got a new under 18s coach. Where do I find it here? All staff. Under 19s manager. I'm actually quite pleased with him. That's why I'm showing him. Steve Williams. He's got some good attributes. 15 working with youngsters was the most important one. I found others who are better all-round coaches, but didn't have the working with youngsters I wanted. Pretty pleased, and our backroom staff looks pretty damn amazing now. A lot of them on very high wages. So if you look down here, £600 a week for our physio, who's got 19 rated. Our French multinational players / director of football's on high wages as well. We've got a couple of high wage players, coaches. Danny Thomas in amongst the high wages. I don't know why. He's frankly terrible as a coach, but you know, it's who you know, not what you know. And in Danny Thomas's case, it's the fact he was here when I got here. He's been here for years in the past. He's been a loyal player at the club, and yeah, I want to repay him by giving him a high wage in the backroom staff. If we win this game, we go on to play Basel. Last time I went to via the Champions League, my entire computer crashed, so I'm going to do it this way instead. Yeah, we played Basel. If we basically hold out for a draw against Hapoel, the Israeli side, we're not going to beat Basel. They've got some amazing players. I think I scouted them. Squad depth. Here we go. Yeah, very good side, as you can see. Every position they've got a player who's 5-star when compared to our squad, which is frankly amazing. Let's have a quick look at a random guy. I mean, we can't see much of them. He's quite old, Bjarnson, but very good. Some very well-known players in their squad. They're playing a narrow 4-4-2 diamond this time. Jovanovic, Shakara up front. Yeah, but looking very. Hopefully we can exploit this gap here, where our fullbacks and wide midfielders will be. Hopefully we'll be able to keep the ball. Does mean our midfield will be outnumbered and outmanned at all times, but we can just hope and pray. And as long as we stick to a draw or score away goals, we'll be pretty good. We're in a pretty good position. First highlight game is actually going our way. Edge in the edge of the box to Jones to Smith. Smith gets the ball in wisdom, turns back to Knight. Knight shoots. Unfortunately, it's saved. That was an absolute sitter, I will agree. Unfortunately, it is saved by their keeper. 2 yellow cards for us, 2 yellow cards for them so far. Knight whips in the ball. It's cleared. Bishop Wisdom, will he get there? He won't, unfortunately. And Jovanovic launches a counter through Zachara. Zachara has plenty. Edge with a lovely tackle. Unfortunately, we don't get to see our attack, but we do now. Jack Knight. Is it Jack Knight or is it Josh Knight? It's Josh Knight. Josh Knight on the right. I nearly missed a goal then, but fortunately, unfortunately, it was saved, and it's gone out for a corner, which Edge will whip in again. Edge has replaced Kane Owen as the designated corner taker. Zachara with another counter attack here. Simpson, lovely, cuts it out. That's what 2.3k a week gets you. And we're into half time. We've still got the 1-0 lead from the last game, and I'm gonna say I'm not happy with your performance today, and that has spurred them on. A couple of players look on the verge of being taken off. Dylan Reese, for example, for Josh Green, maybe one of my strikers, or Jordan Jones may take them off soon, especially because we've got plenty of striker options. We've got Curtis March, and we've got Josh Green, so we've got plenty of rotation options to put on. First highlight, second half does go their way, and lovely stop on the line by Haller Brown keeps us in this tie. Just a single change for now. Josh Green on for Dylan Rees, who's having a bad game and is on a yellow card. We're playing the ball out from the back, edge to Jones. Jordan Jones picks out Smith. If Smith can get there, he can't, unfortunately. And it's a chance for, who is it? Hapoel, I keep forgetting their name. Hapoel to come back forward. Their keeper's gone a long way out of his box. And Simpson gets the ball forward to Smith, who turns his man. Smith plays in Bishop Wisdom. Bishop Wisdom back to Smith. Lovely 1-2 there. Smith wastes a chance. Simpson does get the ball, recycles the ball back up the pitch, edge, is running the wrong direction and is tackled by Hapwell. They have a brilliant chance for a counter here. Ball lofted over the defence. Jovanovic shoots. Haller Brown with an absolutely incredible stop. 7.3 rated. The goalkeeper is having a game of his life and is going to win man of match as it currently stands. I'm looking to make maybe a substitution in about 10 minutes time. I'm going to make that change. I agree. Let's make some changes. They've done 2 changes. Let's hopefully we can hold out for this. This is going pretty well at the moment. I'm going to take Bishop Wisdom off. He's on a yellow card and isn't having the best games. Lemony is a bit better all-round player, so he's going to come on as a deep line forward. Josh Green forward to... Oh, this is where Bishop scores. Smith! 2-0 and an away goal. This is insane. Even if they win 2-1 now, we're still through to next round. Aiden Smith with a goal. Right as Bishop Wisdom does something good and gets an assist, I take him off, but he is on a yellow card. I don't want to risk him on a red. Passes it nicely to Smith, who volleys it into the keeper, who can only palm it into his own net. Brilliant goal, well worked, and we're 2-0 up on aggregate. Final change of the game is just for time wasting. I'm putting Johnny Spittle on. Can Jordan Jones play more defensively? Not really. So yeah, Johnny Spittle's on, a bit more energy in midfield and a bit of a time wasting as we clock down the last few minutes of the game. We have another chance. Knight, there we go, 1-0, 2-0 on aggregate. Amazing victory for us there. Simpson getting man of match despite Haller Brown's heroics in goal. I personally think he should have got it. He was simply superb and kept us in this tie and won us the rounds basically. That's it for this episode. An amazing 2-0 aggregate win against Hapoel Boersheva. Far better reputation side than us, and we'll go into the game against Basel. If we have a quick look at the third qualifying rules, even if we lose, we qualify for the Europa Cup first round. I don't know quite where that is, but yeah, 361,000 is guaranteed, which is a nice bit of money, helps keep the finances above that 4,000 mark, which is really a 4 million mark, which is really nice, and gives us chances to improve our club as a whole. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. See you guys against Basel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.